Hello lovely people. One of you has emailed me or written on I think a YouTube video to do a video about dealing with discrimination and challenges professionally in terms of career. And they want to know, please would you be able to share any examples of discrimination you have encountered? So essentially this video is about work issues, right? Work trouble. Okay, so discrimination can come in any forms, you know, sexism and homophobia, transphobia, biphobia, you know, intersex phobia, whatever you want to call it. So there's loads of the types of discrimination you can get, racism and all these things. Now, essentially believe people treat you the way you treat yourself. If you treat yourself with judgment, negativity and disapproval, others do the same. If you have an issue with your sexuality, with your gender, with your race, with the way you look or whatever the hell it is, if you have an issue with yourself, others will have an issue with that also, because the external world is a huge mirror of what's going on in the internal world. So what kind of discrimination have I encountered? Okay, so I worked in a homeless organisation many years ago, and a lot of the people in the office were from Africa. And not that that means anything, but some of them were very homophobic. And at that time, I was having issues with my sexuality. I wasn't out, I was depressed, I was negative, and I felt bad about who I was. So these people honed in on my low vibrational energy, my negativity, and they fed into that and they mirrored it and echoed it and used to laugh and ridicule. I had this boyfriend at the time who lived in London, and basically when he would send a Valentine card, or when I would go to see him or he'd come to see me, and if I ever informed them, they would ridicule me and take their mick. So I've had that discrimination. Working in India, I've had discrimination because I was from abroad, I was from the West, I spoke Hindi not so well with an accent, and I had, like, you know, a MacBook and nice fancy things, and didn't fit in with their culture and ideals, and some of the people were quite bitchy, mean and negative and judgmental. So in that mind space I've had that too. But then at that time, was I judgmental, sorry, and bitchy? I wasn't actually, but I had come from an environment prior to that where that was going around me, and I had carried that vibration with me. So I was learning how to give love and compassion. What other places have I experienced discrimination? There must be countless of places where I've worked where, you know, things have annoyed me or not gone to plan. But that's okay, because people are people, and we've got to accept that everyone has their own issues and learning and development. So let's take this video as an example. Say for example you're gay and you don't accept yourself, then people around you won't accept you either. As soon as you start practicing self-love and acceptance and acknowledgement, then those around you will either move away, go get another jobs or get transferred, or they'll start reacting positively to your renewed higher vibration. So that's how I would deal with discrimination and challenges, by working on myself. But if it gets too much for you, you need to report it. You need to tell your manager, someone higher, and you need to be quite vocal about it. In the Western world, where homosexuality is legal, it's fine. But in countries where they don't talk about it, what do? You can either be upfront and say, I'm sorry, but that's disrespectful behaviour and I won't acknowledge it, or speak to your manager and just be generic and say this person's being quite rude and abusive. All else fails, then you have to move from that place and find another place which is better. But realise this, until your mind is approving of yourself and in a better situation with who you are, you will keep meeting the same environments, right? You'll move from one office to another and you still hate yourself, and you'll meet people who hate you too. So again, essentially it's all to do with yourself. I'm trying to think about any other discriminations I've experienced or issues. Working sometimes, you know, if you're quite vocal or smart, then people might get offended or judgmental of you as well. So learning yourself to work with people in a way that's more loving and kind and not so hard. If you're hard on yourself, people will be hard on you as well, and if you're hard on others. So give other people give them slack, and try to work, going to work with the intention of having fun and being at peace and calm and relaxation, and it will happen. So that's how I would deal with challenges. Challenges are normal, and they are growth. And you'll come to a stage where you start clearing out stuff from you, and then when you're at peace, then all of a sudden something that's really deep-rooted will come out. So always see challenges and people who give you that, and be grateful to them, and be thankful, and see it as a time of growth and change and experience for you. You can deal with it, and that's why it's come up, and appreciate that person, because they might be your soulmate. Soulmate family-wise. Alright, take care, see you later, bye. Comment, subscribe, like, share, you know what to do, and see you later.